Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world, I want to extend a warm welcome to you. And if you haven't done so already, if you can smash the like button, this helps get this content out and supports the channel. As well, love all the comments and questions that I've been getting, and I look to get back to those as soon as I am able to. And of course, you can find me in the Discord. If you go to in the links in the description, you can find the stockswithjosh.com Discord. I'm in the crypto channel there every day, connecting with the most amazing community in the planet. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about a bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Render. We're going to do a little bit of recap of the Elon Musk Empire game for those of you who've been playing. So let's just jump straight into it here. And I like this post, imagine selling now. And it just shows you a comparison of 2016 before it took off, 2020 before it took off, and now we're kind of just underneath. But once we break this trend line here, off to the races, as they would say, off to the races. Let's go. Imagine selling here. Definitely, I'm not selling here. I'm waiting, as per my cheat sheet, for some upper levels to be taking profits. Okay, the hash ribbons, we talked about that a lot. Just another great chart from the hash ribbons, which flashed the buy signal. And every time a buy signal has appeared for the third time since the 15.5K bottom. Okay, so for this bull run, we've had 1, 2, and now we have another one here. So what kind of upside are we going to see after this buy signal has? And remember, when this flashed green, I was encouraging everybody to buy this lovely dip here that we had. And for those of you who did and were able to get the levels that I identified on the crypto cheat sheet, I believe we're going to have some nice upside as we jump into this next phase of this bull run. All right, and so we also have Rect Capital. I do like him. I think he, out of everybody, really seems to have the best understanding of previous cycles and how they relate and comparing them. And he's been pretty spot on so far, saying the retest was successful. There's the retest that was successful, just like it was here in the previous bull run and the previous before that. Bitcoin. It is a bit late. I am doing this on Friday night. This will air on Saturday morning in about 6 hours. Okay, so just let you know it's a little bit late here. So Bitcoin has confirmed 65,000 support. Price will now continue to occupy 65 to 71,500. Let's see if this happens and if this takes place. We should see some nice upside for some altcoins as well. But bookmark this one here to see if he's bang on with that. I do like this guy. The Mt. Gox reserve has decreased by 66%, minus 94,000 Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin has risen from 55 to 66. Really no questions at all. The Mt. Gox FUD has just been a bit of a nothing burger so far. Again, I've been warning people about this. There's usually a dump into the Bitcoin conference, and there was a bit of a dump in the Bitcoin conference. We've dropped down, and now we're popping back up. So let's see how, as more speakers come, and I know there will be more speakers tomorrow on Saturday, if we'll see more of a pump out of the conference. It'll just be very interesting. All right, the next news article there. So we've seen that there's been some negative outflows, mostly because of Grayscale that have been selling, and the buying is strong, but the Grayscale drain is fast, okay? And we see how fast this Grayscale drain is here. It's happening much faster than the Grayscale Bitcoin drain. It's kind of like just a rip off the Band-Aid moment there. So I think that it's just better if it's going to drop, let it drop quicker, in my opinion, and let them drop those Ethereum quicker. Let's get them out, and once the Grayscale selling has subsided, I think a lot of that selling pressure will be released, and we should see some nice upside for Ethereum. Okay, now on that, Solana has been doing pretty well. The ETH ETF has launched, and Solana has been cracking along, now being the third largest by market cap asset behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Solana has flipped Binance, and I think it will stay now in the third position. And these are going to be the big three. There's even been Van Eck or Fidelity or one of those companies has talked about having a big three ETF where Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum are all combined in a ETF. That would be quite interesting if that does happen. But you can see that Solana against ETH is absolutely crushing. It's approaching an all-time high against Ethereum. So certainly keep an eye out for Solana. And if you look at the Solana market cap, the first target for Solana is 33% of ETH's market cap. Second target for Solana is 50% of ETH's market cap. And look, I do think that Solana can get to ETH's market cap and it can flip it. But one thing that people aren't reporting here is that if Solana magically right now got to ETH's market cap, it would be worth $900. But Ethereum with the same market cap is worth around $3,400, $3,300, $3,500. So the tokenomics there are just a little bit not quite on where we'd like to see it. I'd like to see Solana at a market cap of Ethereum with a much higher value. And maybe that can happen, but certainly with the way the tokenomics are set up. That's why tokenomics are so important. Okay, and so where we have here, Render. We had some Render news. I know there were some people going, what's going on with Render? It looks very bearish because they had a rebrand, and it was kind of like you couldn't even trade it. I was trying, my Render disappeared, and then I couldn't even trade it. I couldn't buy it. I couldn't sell it. I couldn't do anything with it until they had changed the ticker to Render, R-E-N-D-E-R, instead of R-N-D-R. And now it's listed on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, so much higher. So bullish on Render, okay? And then the last little bit of news item before we look at some charts here is the Musk Empire airdrop. And this is what I do like about this. I'm not going to read through all of this. You can just be reading it as I'm talking about it here. But there are no locks. All tokens will be in the market from day one, so good tokenomics. We don't know how many tokens they're going to have. That will be interesting. You know, if they have trillions of tokens, it's going to be a concern. But let's hope the supply of tokens is going to be a manageable supply that's going to allow the token to grow and the game and the ecosystem to grow. Otherwise, it's just going to be a sell the news event and people are just going to dump this thing hard because the tokenomics aren't going to make sense. So let's hope for that. They do say that they will keep small percentages for here and there, but all other tokens will be distributed to the community, meaning you and so forth. And the future of the token will be determined by the community in whose hands the tokens will reside. We are greatly inspired by and follow the principles of Notcoin, who actively support and help us in many aspects of our development. Notcoin was a very, very good token release airdrop and project. We're still waiting for the Hamster Kombat airdrop. I seem like I get asked that every day in the Discord. And look, as soon as I know anything, I'll let you guys know. Certainly the best place to look is their official channels, their Twitter and their Telegram. Certainly I'm a bigger fan of the Musk Empire game, but let's just see what shakes out from there. So, and if you do want to get involved and get the free airdrop, get the free money, by playing the game, following their Telegram and the YouTube, watching the YouTube videos, it's all the tasks that they have and all the taps and the mining of the coins. Check the link below in the description and you can get started on that. And if you've done the Hamster Kombat, you know the drill. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check it out. And I also have another video that I did a few days ago or just earlier this week on how to, a step-by-step guide on how to play the Musk Empire game. All right, we're going to look at some charts. So we're going to jump first of all to the Bitcoin chart. Not much has changed since I did my video yesterday. Essentially, we're still above this trend line. We're still above the 50-day moving average and the 200 EMA. And so these would be targets. The ribbon band has risen to about 64,700. So if there was a pullback, I would be looking at that level and then the level below at the 50-day moving average. I have more details in my other video from yesterday and the day before where I go into a little bit more greater detail. But of course, there's a trend line support there at 61, then at 59. So if I was setting some buy orders in here and was building a position, 59, 61, 63, 400, and 64, 700 would be the entries there. And so I wanted to give you those entries and call them out for you if you're taking notes on this. All right, and then we'll look very quickly at Ethereum, and then we are also going to look at Render. I want to look at Ethereum. I want to look at Solana. I want to look at Render. So we've had a pretty good bounce here from Ethereum here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Not much, again, has happened. It's kind of just gone sideways. But certainly if I was looking to buy positions, 31.25 at the 200 EMA. The trend line here, which is kind of where, roundabout where the Lux Algo order block at about 2,900 and then 2,800s, those, or, maybe just a second buy there at 20, somewhere between 28 and 29 and 31.25. Certainly we could go a little bit further to the downside there. But for now, I would just have those two buy levels there. Again, 28 to 2,900, and then at 31, about 31.30, 31.25, around there. Obviously, the key level to break is the 50-day moving average. You can see that we've been rejected by this. These are two very powerful. Not all moving averages are the same. The 200 EMA on the daily, the 50-day moving average, you can see the relationship that price has with this is very significant, and it really does respect these moving averages. We do need to get back above this 50-day moving average and break out of this wedge pattern that we have here, which I do believe we are. And then my upside target for taking profit is going to be about 38 to 3,900. Okay, and then moving to Solana. And of course, Solana now is the third biggest crypto. Binance has been relegated. And Solana here, I did give this entry in here as I did with Ethereum and Bitcoin. I gave the entry at 165. And so if you got in on that entry at 165, you would have a great price appreciation. We see that there is some resistance there. We are well above the 50-day moving average and the 200 EMA. So I would say areas to jump back in, and we look at the top of this ribbon, the yellow top band of this ribbon. This has been stretched out, so we are overextended. I do expect us to come back to here at some point. This ribbon is around 166. The trend line is also there. We see how it's come back, retested the trend line, gone up again. I feel that we could get another test here and another possible entry here at 165. So if you're looking to get in Solana, if you're a little bit late to the party, 165, then down at the 50-day moving average, 150, and then down here at the 200 EMA around 135 to 140, and then finally the Lux Algo at about 125. Those are the levels. Those would be the buy orders that I would recommend. And then finally, let's look at Render as we wrap this up here. Render has taken a bit of a hammering. This whole situation of it changing from ETH to Solana, and this being, I wasn't even able to trade it. I wasn't able to buy it. I wasn't able to take advantage of the price action. So it's very bearish right now. You can see the downtrend that it's been in. And so I think we probably found a local bottom here, just around this $5.70 area. We're now at about $6.55. And of course, we have some resistance here to the upside. First of all, we have the bottom yellow band. This acts like when we're the green, the top yellow band. It should come back and retest it. It has. It looks like it might have just broken above that, has it? Hard to see there. It's certainly testing it right now. And then this is going to be some fair resistance here. And we got a Lux Algo order block here. So expect some, there will be a little bit of pressure here as the 50 and the 200 EMA there. We need this blue one to cross back above. So to flip back bullish there. So would I be buying Render at these levels? Well, luckily we have the cheat sheet, of course, and we're going to go to our cheat sheet, and we've added some things. So a cheat sheet, this thing's growing all the time. I'm running out of tabs. We've added an education area here where I have all of my life-changing gains series linked here, and the money printing method linked for day trading. I have all the links that are in the YouTube and more. So I will be adding more and more links here, as well as the Elon Empire here. The Discord link is here. A link to trade Bitfinex. Somebody asked me what's the difference between Bitfinex and Mexi. Well, Mexi I think is better, but Americans can't trade on Mexi because Mexi changed their policy where that you had to have KYC. And if you couldn't show that you you weren't in America, then they weren't going to allow you to trade. You could withdraw your coins, and that's it. So BitUnix has no KYC. You do have to access it via a NordVPN, and you just choose a country like Australia, a country that you would love to come and visit, the golden beaches of Australia, the blue, clean, clear waters, those wonderful accents and beautiful weather down there. You can choose a country like that. Definitely won't be choosing France after that Olympic Games opening ceremony. I don't know what I just saw. Sadly, I didn't see it. I just saw some excerpts on social media, but we ain't going to go into that. The NordVPN will help you there, and then you don't do any KYC, and you just transfer coins from Coinbase. I saw some people posting about how all these fees on Coinbase, and just get rid of the fees. There are more coins on here. It's easy to trade. I do a video called Getting Started. It's the very first video. I'm going to add it to the education section here so you can find it. It will be there, and you'll be able to watch that. We'll show you how to set yourself up. And of course, if you use the links here, the referral links, this helps support the channel. I really appreciate that. You also get some discounts and some trading fee reductions, and I think you get some coupons for trading and stuff, like depending on how much you put on the exchange, they give you basically free money, I guess, to trade. So that would be good, and there's a ton of them here, so check all those out. Obviously, if you're outside of the USA, here's my Mexi referral link, and KuCoin, I like that as well. And then Bybit and BitGet and OKX, those would be the ones that for trading outside of the US. But if you're in the US, it's BitUnix, and that is the one that will help you with. Otherwise, you get charged. You buy a coin on Coinbase, and it's way more expensive than what should be. You get charged a lot of fees, and there's a lot of other issues there. But certainly you won't find that with BitUnix. Okay, so and then we've got the stock section that I have set up now as well. And I'm still filling that in, but I did manage to get most of these entries here. I think I picked up some Coinbase and some Tesla and some Nvidia. And what else did I pick up? Some Google, I think, today. I picked up a few of those things, and so I'll be looking to add more if we get more entries here or accumulate more of those stocks. But this is the cheat sheet. I haven't got the take profits in there yet, but I will add to that. And I haven't forgotten about Render. Render is on my list. It's one of my top coins. I've already done 1,000% on Render. And so you can see Render is well within the cheat sheet buy zones here. We have the price of Render at $6.65 right now. So certainly this is comfortably in the range, and I think we'll probably see some resistance here there. So we're kind of we kind of bottomed out around $5.90, $5.80, $5.70 was the bottom, so pretty close. We didn't get down to $4.50. So if you've got that buy in there, that's great. You're already up by $1 per token. And so certainly it's in a buy area right now if you were to buy some Render and just hold that. So Render is certainly still a buy for me. I certainly think it's going to do still well in this bull run. I have it going up to, if I move my head out of the way, we can have a look. And I have that going up to around $20, $30, $40, and $50 as the moon bag there. So some good appreciation there, a 10x. Is what I feel that Render can do. Certainly tokenomics aren't too bad as well, with 74% of the coins already in circulation, so only 26% of the coins are still locked. So I think that is fairly good. And I'm going to finish it off right there on the button, and I hope all of you have a great Saturday. And until the next video, happy trading.